I was scrubbing the kitchen floor on my knees when my daughter-in-law Sarah walked in without knocking. Again. Her heels clicked on the tiles I'd just cleaned, leaving marks. "Mom, we need to talk," she said, not even looking at me. I sat back on my heels, my 62-year-old joint screaming. "What is it, dear?" "Ryan and I have been discussing your living situation. This house is too big for you alone. You're getting older, forgetting things. Last week you left the stove on." My blood went cold. I never left the stove on. Never. I'm obsessive about checking it, have been since my husband died 5 years ago in that house fire. Everyone knew that. "I didn't leave anything on," I said carefully. Sarah smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "See? You don't even remember. That's exactly what we're worried about. We think it's time to consider Silver Pines." Silver Pines. The nursing home on the edge of town where old people went to die. Where they took your money, your dignity, and gave you a shared room and pills that made you forget your own name. "I'm not going there," I said quietly. "It's not your decision anymore, Mom. Ryan has power of attorney, remember? You signed it over last year when you had that little health scare." Little health scare. Food poisoning from a restaurant. But she'd been so helpful, so caring, rushing me to the hospital, holding my hand while I signed papers I could barely read through the pain and medication. I was sick. I didn't know what I was signing. But you did sign. And now Ryan can make medical and financial decisions for you. The house needs to be sold to pay for your care. It's already on the market, actually. We have buyers coming next week. I stood up slowly, my hands still wet from scrubbing. Where's my son? At work, where he always is, providing for this family while you live here rent-free in a house worth $500,000. Rent-free. In the house my husband and I bought 40 years ago. The house where I raised Ryan. The house with my name on the deed. "Get out," I said. Sarah laughed. "This is my house now, old woman. Or it will be in 30 days when the sale closes. You should start packing." She left, and I stood there in my kitchen in my home, understanding that I'd been too trusting, too naive, too much of the kind old mother who believed family meant something. I called Ryan. He didn't answer. I called again. Voicemail. I called 17 times before he finally picked up. "Mom, I'm in a meeting. Your wife says you're selling my house." Silence. Long, terrible silence. "Ryan." "Mom, it's for the best. You can't take care of yourself anymore. Sarah found you wandering outside at midnight last week in your nightgown." I felt like I'd been punched. I was never outside at midnight. "Ryan, I swear to you. You don't remember. That's the problem. The doctor said early dementia. You need professional care." "What doctor?" "I haven't seen a doctor." "Dr. Morrison. Sarah took you last month." "Sarah took me to get my blood pressure checked. That's all. Ryan, please come home."
"Talk to me."
"Something's wrong here." "I have to go, Mom. We'll discuss this at dinner tonight." He hung up. I stood there holding the phone, my hands shaking, and I understood. Sarah had been planning this for months, maybe years. The little comments about my forgetfulness. The concerned looks when I couldn't find my keys that she'd probably hidden. The doctor's appointment where she'd spoken to him privately while I waited. She'd been building a case, making everyone believe I was losing my mind so she could take everything. But she'd made one mistake. She'd underestimated how sharp I still was when I needed to be. I went to my bedroom and pulled out the fireproof box from under my bed. Inside was every important document I owned. Birth certificates, marriage license, the house deed, my husband's will, insurance papers. Everything. And there, at the bottom, was the power of attorney I'd supposedly signed. I pulled it out and looked at it closely under my reading lamp. The signature looked like mine. Almost perfect. But the date was wrong. It said I'd signed it on March 15th last year. But March 15th was my husband's death anniversary. I spent that entire day at the cemetery. Alone. I had the photos on my phone to prove it, time-stamped and geotagged. Someone had forged this. And I knew exactly who. I took photos of everything with my phone, then I called someone I never thought I'd need. My husband's brother, Uncle James, a retired police detective who'd always made Sarah nervous. Gloria? Everything okay? James, I need your help. Can you come over? And don't tell anyone you're coming. He arrived 30 minutes later. I showed him everything. The forged power of attorney. The deed to my house with only my name on it. The timeline that proved I couldn't have signed those papers when they claimed. James's face got darker with every document. Gloria, this is fraud. Elder abuse. Sarah could go to prison for this. I don't want her in prison, I said. I want my son back. I want my house. I want my life back. Then we need to be smart about this. Can you act normal until tonight? At dinner? I've been acting normal for months while she gaslight me. I can do it for a few more hours. James made some calls. Quiet ones. By the time Ryan came home for dinner, everything was in place. Sarah cooked, playing the perfect daughter-in-law. She set the table, poured wine, smiled at me like she hadn't threatened to throw me in a nursing home that morning. Mom, Sarah told me about your conversation earlier. Ryan started. I know this is hard, but... Actually, I interrupted. I've been thinking about it all day. You're right. I am getting forgetful. Maybe Silver Pines is the right choice. Sarah's eyes lit up. Too eager. Too fast. Really, Mom? You're okay with this? I'm old, tired. What do I need a big house for? You two should have it. Start your family here. It's what Dad would have wanted. I watched Sarah squeeze Ryan's hand under the table, watched her smile grow. That's so mature of you, Mom, she said sweetly. We'll make sure you have the best care. Won't we, honey? Of course, Ryan said, but he looked troubled, like some part of him knew this was wrong. There's just one thing, I said, pulling out my phone. I need you to explain something to me. I'm confused about dates. What dates? Sarah's smile tightened. Well, this power of attorney says I signed it on March 15th. But that's the day Tom died. I was at the cemetery all day. See? Here are photos. Time-stamped. And here's my location history for my phone. I never left the cemetery grounds. The color drained from Sarah's face. So, I'm confused. I continued, my voice steady. How did I sign papers at a lawyer's office downtown when I was 5 miles away at a cemetery? Ryan looked at Sarah. What's she talking about? She's confused, honey. Her memory. My memory is fine, I said. And so is Uncle James's. He's a forensic document examiner now, did you know that? Retired from the force and started his own business. He examined this power of attorney today. Wants to show you something, Ryan? James stepped out from the hallway where he'd been waiting. Sarah actually gasped. Hello, Sarah, James said, putting a file folder on the table. This is a forensic analysis of the signature on that power of attorney. It's forged. Very good forgery, but forged. The pen pressure is wrong. The angle is off. Gloria's signature slants right. This one slants left. Like someone right-handed was trying to copy a left-handed signature. That's ridiculous, Sarah said, standing up. Ryan, don't listen to this. Your mother is clearly having an episode. Sit down, Ryan said. His voice was cold. A voice I'd never heard him use before. Sarah sat. There's more, James continued. I pulled the visitor logs from Silver Pines. Sarah's been going there for 3 months, setting up your mother's admission, putting down deposits. Using money from your joint account, Ryan. $12,000 so far. Ryan turned to his wife. You told me that money went to fixing your mother's roof. I can explain. And the house, I said softly. It's not on the market. I checked. But Sarah did meet with a real estate agent. She was getting it appraised to see what she could get for it after I was gone. After you were gone? Ryan whispered. I pulled out another paper. This is a brochure from Silver Pines. It's an end-of-life care facility, Ryan. Not assisted living. It's where people go to die. And according to their pricing, I'd be out of money in 18 months. Then what? Would you have kept paying? Or would she have convinced you I wasn't worth it? The silence in that room was like death itself. Ryan stood up slowly. He looked at Sarah like he'd never seen her before. Tell me Mom's lying. Tell me this is all a misunderstanding. Sarah opened her mouth, closed it, tried again. I was trying to help. Your mother needs care. You're too emotional to see it. My mother is sitting right here, Ryan said, his voice shaking, having a completely lucid conversation with evidence, with proof, while you're scrambling for excuses. How long, Sarah? How long have you been planning to steal from her? It's not stealing. It's called asset protection. Estate planning. Things your mother is too simple to understand. That was when Ryan slammed his hand on the table. The wine glasses jumped. Get out. What? Get out of this house. Get out of my life. We're done. Sarah laughed, but it was panic now. You can't divorce me. I'll take half of everything. Your business, your savings. You'll take nothing, James said, because you're about to be charged with fraud, forgery, and attempted financial exploitation of an elderly person. That's a felony in this state. I've already filed the report. Police should be here in about 10 minutes. And they were. I watched from my living room window as they put Sarah in the back of a police car. She was screaming, crying, saying I'd manipulated everyone, that I was playing the victim. Ryan stood next to me, tears running down his face. Mom, I'm so sorry. I should have known. I should have protected you. I took my son's hand. You trusted your wife. That's not a crime. What she did is. The trial took 6 months. Sarah's lawyer tried everything, claimed I was mentally unfit, that I'd manipulated the evidence, that I was a bitter old woman jealous of my son's happiness. But numbers don't lie. Bank records don't lie. Forged documents don't lie. She was sentenced to 3 years in prison and ordered to pay back every penny she'd stolen, plus damages. Ryan divorced her while she was awaiting sentencing. She sent him letters from jail, begging for another chance, claiming she'd done it all for him, for their future. He never wrote back. Now, it's been 2 years. Ryan lives in the guest house I had built in the backyard. Says he's not ready to live in the main house yet. Too many memories. But every morning he comes in for coffee. Every evening we have dinner together. He's dating someone new now. A teacher, kind and simple, who asked to meet me before their second date. Who brings me flowers, real ones, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Is she better than Sarah? I asked Ryan once.
He thought about it. She's real, Mom.
That's all I need now. Real. I still live in my house. Still scrub my own floors, though Ryan begs me to hire help. Still check the stove 3 times before bed. But I don't live in fear anymore. Sometimes I think about Sarah. Wonder if she learned anything. Wonder if she understands that you can't build a life on lies. Probably not. But I learned something. Learned that being old doesn't mean being helpless. That being kind doesn't mean being stupid. That sometimes the strongest thing you can do is fight back when everyone expects you to just fade away quietly. My husband used to say I was tougher than I looked. Said I had steel in my spine under all that sweetness. He was right. And Sarah learned that the hard way.